Happy Father's Day. I think this is so fun what the kids have put together for you, and I'm excited to add my part. I think it's how much you pay attention to the people around you, to their needs, and you're the first one to jump up and help. Like always opening a door, or always carrying something, or like when we were on that horse ride and one of our men got in trouble when his horse went down in the water and was basically on top of him. There were 20 people sitting around, more than half of them men, watching this in shock and horror at what was happening. And one guy jumped off his horse and ran to rescue this man, and it was you. So I love that about you, and just how you're into helping others and seeing others' needs.
One of the things I really love about Papa is how selfless he is and how kind he is and how he's always willing to help you out or, just make you feel better.
One thing I love about you is that you're so kind to everybody and you do the best stuff with us. I love how you take us on the best horse rides.
Let's see. The reason I love you. I've been thinking about this for a while, Dad, and there's so many reasons it's hard to narrow it down to one thing. But I'd have to say it's your selflessness. I love watching the way you serve others. You never have to be asked to do anything. You just jump up and you see a need and you jump up and do it. I love that about you, Dad. It's so admirable, and all of your Christ-like attributes. You just have been a wonderful example to me.
I love positivity. He's always positive, and he's a safe space for me. And he's someone I feel like I can always go to in a time of need, and I know he'll be there for me no matter what.
I love Papa because he has a kind heart and a loving heart, and he's wise and he's funny.
Do I love Papa? Yes I do. What I love about Papa is that he always makes his Papa jokes, and he always helps or lets me help him with his chores.
I love Papa for his sense of humor. Humor is one of my favorite things in a person. Like out of anything you could have, humor is one of them. So one of my favorite things that he says is a cute little, I'll call it a jingle, where he goes, "Emma Louise, if you please, may I have a seat?"
What don't I love about that? That's the problem. Let's see, I just love, well, I guess, Dad, that I love you. What I love about you most is that if I ever want to know how I should react or do something, I just can try to do it the best that I would think, or try to do it how I would think you would do it. But anyway, so that's probably what I like best about you, is I can always trust that if I need to know how to do something, I can think about how you would do it, and that's pretty much the way I should do it.
Because he's the best Papa ever, and I like him because I love him so much that I will give him something that I like to give him.
That question is better answered with another question. What don't I love about Papa? So, I guess I'll just start listing some things, but let's see. I love how kind and generous he is. He's always patient with you, even if you're as thick as a block, like sometimes I am. He'll always be patient with you until you eventually get it. I just love that about him. That's one of my favorite qualities that he has.
Just for who he is. He's wise, he's patient, he's understanding, he's safety, he's security.
I like that you are so thoughtful and that you will let me do stuff with you.
I love about Papa, he's so selfless and lets me eat all of his chips. They're so hot.
One of the things that I love the best about you is your unending patience. I remember as a kid, I never ever had to worry about telling you that I'd done something wrong because I knew you would never overreact. That meant a lot to me. You're always a responder, never a reactor, and I like that a lot.
What I love about you is that you make popcorn. Nothing. What do you love most about Papa?
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Again, there are so many things, but the one thing I love about him the most is how he treats people. And first and foremost, my mom. I love the way he treats her. But he is a friend to everybody. One of the stories that comes to mind is I remember hearing a time when he was driving and he did something that made this Harley Davidson motorcyclist angry. And so this tough dude followed him. He pulled over and they started chatting, and by the end, if I remember correctly, he gave Papa or Dad a hug. And that's just the kind of guy he is. I love it. He's the kind that everybody loves, and he loves everybody.
He's just always there for you, and you always know that if you need someone to talk to or you need someone that will just listen, Papa's always there for you.
Well, he's super funny, always has a joke, and always has a smile.
Of his optimism and is always looking in the good. He's never negative that I see. And that's a great thing. Something that this world needs more of.
What I love about you is you're always going to welcome someone into your home in even the darkest of times in their life.
My favorite things about you is that you're so selfless and you're willing to give up your stuff and time so that we can have a good time.
Because he always has a joke for us, and he's always nice and loving.
What do I love about Dad? The list, of course, is endless, as you know. I would have to say his ever positive outlook on things. I just love, especially as a kid, when there was something that could be grumpy or looked at in a negative light, Dad always looked for the funny of it, or he'd flip it around or make a joke or do something to help us realize that, okay, it's not that big of a deal. I just love that. I love his positive outlook and how he can make something out of nothing, how he's just so creative and doesn't tell you anything, but anyway. And I just felt love, total unconditional love all the time from Dad. So there's just a couple of little things.
Because he's kind and he's funny, he's fun, and he has a lot of faith.
You're the deep thinker of the, I guess, geriatric side of the family. That's not offensive. The older side. You're the deep thinker, and I like talking to you, and kind of bouncing ideas back and forth about things like deeper things than I normally talk about to like the rest of the family. A lot of like just philosophy and stuff, and yeah, I like that a lot. I really appreciate it, and I like having you there to talk about stuff like that. Living in Utah, I'm definitely missing having you around to talk about stuff like that, and be excited to get back and do some of that deep talking.
What do you love about Papa? Do you love Papa? That's right. Do you love that Papa is always so smiley and so nice? Yeah, you do, huh?
He's funny, he loves me and he helps me when I need help.
What I love about you is everything. I mean, what's not to love about you? One thing, though, is that whenever we talk to you or you talk to us, it seems so genuine, because when we talk to you, then you always make sure that you're only listening to us and you're not talking to somebody else meanwhile, and it feels super real, and I just get a lot of love from that. I'm like, oh, Papa's listening to me.
What I love about him is he is very accepting and seems to find a way to love everyone.
Because he's nice and he always has a joke to tell us, and he always cheers us up.
One thing I like about Papa is that he is empathetic and understanding.
And why do you love Papa?
I love Papa.
Hey, you silly. And
I love you, Dad, because for everything, for being you. There's just too many things for me to think of one specific reason.
Let us do whatever we want.
Love how easily you talk to people and make people feel welcome and loved. Ever since the first day I met you, I've always felt your love for me, and I've always been comfortable around you. And I also love how you always have a dad joke for every single possible situation that there can be ever.
What I love about Papa is how he's nice and caring and loving. My favorite thing about you is that you let us ride horses and that you're really nice and that you're my grandpa.
I love Papa because he gets all of my jokes, even the ones I don't even make on purpose, the ones I don't intend to make.
There's so much I love about you, but one of my very favorite things about you is how peaceful you are and calm and caring, and you just have a very meek disposition, and I really love that about you.
My favorite thing about you is how much wisdom you have and just all the great advice that you give your children and your grandchildren.
You're amazing. You're very healthy. I've just been really amazed at how. Yeah, you're a good boy. I'm amazed at how you take all the challenges that you get and you just tackle them head on with a positive attitude, with a spirit and I'm gonna get this done kind of a will, and that's really great to see.
What I love about Papa is that, one, he is my Papa, so yeah, he's always been there. He's my mom's dad, so yeah, I don't know. I just love him because he's my Papa.
I love you. Love you.
Never forget the day I met you. It was Mother's Day 1972, and when Mark brought you to my house, I mean, you had me at hello. But you were so cute, And I just loved your smile. And then after we got a little bit comfortable and you noticed we had a guitar, you picked it up and started to tune it by pinging, I can't remember what it's called, but I loved it. I don't know. I don't know why that would have made me fall for you so fast. I think it was your aura, really, because I think the particulars of what I saw in you that first day wouldn't have mattered so much, but it was your aura. I think, and as we learned about the wavelength and the energy, I think that our wavelengths just meshed, and I knew it right from the beginning. It took you a little while.
My favorite memories are of going to get wood with you, just you and me, and just you would teach me so many good things while we were going, or we would just be quiet and be throwing wood, and then the fishing. I loved the fishing with you. It was just you always made me feel so special and like I mattered.
So I have a lot of favorite memories with Papa. It's really hard to choose, but one that stands out to me is when they were in their old house and Papa took me horseback riding for like the first time that I can remember, and like on the big gray horse, and it was super scary, but it was really fun, and I don't know, I've just always kind of remembered that.
My favorite memory of you is that time that we were babysitting Camille's kids, and we went up to the butte or the mountain, and you really opened up about Llewellyn's, your experience with Llewellyn, and it just made me feel really connected to you and to Uncle Llewellyn, and the spirit was definitely there, and I'll always remember that moment.
Working with him and playing the guitar and helping him fix things.
My favorite memory with you, I had two that popped in my mind. I have so many, but two from my childhood. I loved going hunting with you, and I never remember getting any deer, but just hiking along quietly, being with you. I loved that. I loved that time together. And then a second memory was just, not a specific one, but just you would take us out for birthday breakfast, and I loved that. It was such a fun tradition.
I think one of my favorite memories is probably the one time when we, it was like, I forgot what they called the mountain, man. It was something like a lion head or tiger head.
Lion head.
Lion head, that's what I said. And I just remember, as we were climbing up there on horseback, I was so terrified because the horses, they were going like straight up. And I was kind of terrified, but he was there and he told me not to worry, and I felt calm. It was pretty terrifying still.
My favorite memory with Papa is him teaching me how to play the guitar.
I think my favorite memory with you was at the cabin. And you said one of your really funny Papa jokes, and we all laughed. And I can't remember which one it was, but it was pretty funny.
I have so many memories with my dad. It's kind of hard to choose, but the one that comes to mind is one that was just me and my dad when I was younger. I'm trying to remember what special occasion. It might have been my 12th birthday. He took me out to dinner, and he gave me a pair of pearl earrings. And the thing I love to remember about that, and one of my favorite traits that my dad has, is that he loves to find teaching moments. So he used those pearls. I remember him talking about the pearl being the world and perspective. So he taught me a little lesson about perspective.
Some of my favorite memories about you is that we lifted hay bales and a lot of that stuff.
So I have a flood of little memories with Dad, most of which are when I'm by myself with Dad. So one that comes to mind is being downstairs flint napping in his little cave and having him teach me how to flint nap and make cute little earrings and cute little knives and little necklace for my doll. Anyway, that's a pretty special memory, being down there and having Dad show me how had a flint nap and obsidian. So love that memory. But also I have memories of going to Burger King on my birthday when I was a little girl and getting a crown, and that was such a special little outing. I felt so special because it was just me and Dad. And the occasion when I got to go shopping with Dad, especially before he was off sugar, and he would get me a candy bar. And also he praised me for how fast of a walker I was. I always prided myself on being a fast walker because Dad thought it was cool because Dad was a fast walker. And I just remember him holding my hand or just saying, gosh, you're a fast walker. Just being so proud of me. So even now when I'm out for a walk every once in a while, I'll think of Dad holding his hand and having him be proud of me because I was just a quick walker. So, also, I just have to include our fast Sundays where Dad would take me out on the porch and do the little personal interview with me, see how I'm doing with my goals, and just that little one-on-one. Anytime I could just have a little bit of one-on-one with Dad, it was a great day and a great memory.
Oh, I kind of like when he helped me go fishing too.
Riding horses with him and being with him when he tells us his stories.
One good memory I have with Papa is cooking hot dogs around the fireplace and going fishing with him.
Fishing, because he helped me put bait on the fishing hook and he taught me how to throw it.
One of my favorite recollections about Dad is that he has a great sense of humor, and it seems he never gets tired of his corny jokes, so I guess that works well for him.
And what's your favorite memory of Papa? Remember? Look at me. Look, Vivi, look. You loved it when Papa was playing his guitar? Yes, and he played his guitar, and then he made you some yummy breakfast hash. It was so tasty, huh? Yes, and you said his name for the first time because you loved him so much because he gave you yummy food, huh? That's right.
My favorite memory of Papa is we had just finished the horse ride, and Papa was showing me how to drive, and it was really fun. He showed me all the things that I had to pull and stuff. My favorite memory with you was when we were riding your horses.
My favorite memory of you is probably the talk that I got just before we got married. When you explained to me about God's modus operandi and how I was going to partner with Him to bring to pass the immortality and eternal life of all of our family. I remember it, see, word for word. That was a good memory.
My favorite memory of Papa is just sharing all the book series that we've read and him introducing me to some of my favorite series, and I just love that about him.
There are a lot of good memories with Dad, but probably all my favorite memories are riding on the motorcycle with him. Crazy, huh, Grady? As we go on our overnight motorcycle trips. Hunting trips were some of my faves. And then just like father-son things. Any kind of outdoor things with Dad was probably my favorite memories. But I can't say that I have any bad memories, so pretty much all my memories are good memories. Well, I guess you did kick me down the stairs once, but I think I hurt one of the girls.
My memory about you is when you take me on the four-wheeler.
So there's a lot of good memories that I have with you. I think really too many to just come up with in one sitting, but one of my favorite memories recently is talking philosophy with you a little bit ago at the new crib.
My favorite memories with you is sitting around the campfire and singing songs while you play your guitar.
One of my favorite memories with you is not not one in particular, but I really cherish the memories that I have of the times that we would work together when I was young. You had every other Friday off and every Saturday off, and I'd go out and we'd just work. We'd do whatever we needed to do, but we had so many times to be able to just talk and philosophize, and you helped me out so much, and I really cherish those memories a lot. I'm very grateful for you, so thank you.
Riding horses.
A favorite memory is probably the time I built a walking stick with Grandpa, and he taught me how to do it. It's probably my favorite memory because it helped me learn how to love creating things with my hands.
My favorite memory with Dad. Oh man, so many good ones. I just love the feeling of thinking back on my childhood and just seeing him there. The bike rides, the horse rides, the camping. He just was always there and always playful and gentle and kind.
One of my favorite memories with you was last year on my birthday when you guys took me on a ride with the horses. That was really, really nice. It was so pretty.
I think my favorite memory of Papa is probably one of my latest ones. The last horse ride I went on just last week, I think. He was like cracking jokes almost the whole time. It was way fun, and it just made it a lot more fun than it would have been.
What's your favorite memory about Papa? What's your favorite memory about Papa?
Oh, that was good. I remember when that happened, Bud. That's a good memory.
One of my favorite memories with you are just talks that we've had over the years, conversations. I can picture specific places that I've been with you and just had intimate conversations with you, and I am always grateful for the love that I feel from you and the good interest that I feel that you have in mind for me, and I appreciate that.
What's your favorite memory with Papa?
Papa, hey. I want Papa. Please. One is red. Daddy. One is a daddy. Two is a daddy. One is a daddy. What? Daddy. One is a what?
Favorite memory with you would be when we were up at the cabin one year, and you and I, for some reason I don't remember where everybody else was, but you and I were in the cottage and we watched 2 hours or so of Planet Earth, and it was really fun to just talk about all the animals and the cool nature and just spend that one-on-one time with you. And I also really appreciated the time that you went with me to go get our couches from someone over near Jackson, and I had that long drive with you to just talk about all sorts of things. You're just so good at talking to people.
See the horses.
My favorite memory of Papa is when he tells all his stories about his mission and when he was a kid.
Well, a couple favorite memories. One from our childhood. Just kidding. That's funny.
What is your favorite memory with Papa? Papa? Yeah, Papa, you said it. He's a good guy.
My favorite memory is when we lived in Idaho and you would take us to school and you would teach us something new each day, like you'd maybe, if I was confused on something, you'd clarify. And I remember one time you taught me what the word friction meant, and you kept on doing this. And so ever since that, when somebody mentioned friction, I would go, I know what that word is, because you taught it to me. So, thank you so much, Papa.
Some of my favorite memories with Papa are
riding trials bikes up in the mountains.
What's your favorite memory of Papa?
Questions of I'll give him money.
You'll give him money?
Do I have memories? Yes, I do. The best memory that I have with Papa is when I caught my first fish and Papa helped me with it.
My favorite memory with Papa is when he gives me lots of jokes and he is so funny and he loves me and he loves us and he loves me too. And I bet he loves my class.
All the money in the world, I would buy you unlimited materials and supplies to make things, because I think that I see that your heart's the happiest when you are improving our home and our surroundings and the cabin, and I think it would bring you the greatest joy to build more for me and to beautify our place. So that's what I would buy if I had all the money in the world.
If I had all the money in the world, oh, there's things I could buy him. But just to sum it up real quick, I would buy him freedom. Freedom from worry, freedom from anything that's unpleasant. I would just buy it all away from him so that he didn't have to experience any of that.
If I had all the money in the world, I would buy you whatever you want. Like tools and hay for your horses and all of that stuff.
Probably an even better fishing pole.
If I had all the money in the world, Dad, I'd get you an all-expense-paid trip into the forest with a guaranteed sighting of Bigfoot. And I'd make sure that you had the really good camera so that you could take a picture and come back and show us, because you don't have a picture, it didn't happen.
What I would buy you if I had all the money in the world is a lifetime supply of sunflower seeds so you never run out. Make sure to spit them out the window though, or put them in the trash.
The first thing that comes to my mind is to buy him a new shed, but he doesn't need a shed, and he just likes to build things, so I'd probably get him an unlimited gift certificate to Home Depot.
I think I'd buy him a new saddle.
Do I have all the money in the world? Yes, I do. I would buy Papa an all year long, for time and forever, fishing permit for wherever.
The thing I would love to give Papa, more than anything else, would be financial freedom. So I would just love to gift him whatever he needs for the rest of his life so that he can worry about all the greater things in life than money.
A BB gun.
I had all the money in the world. I would sooner rather than later get you guys a new horse trailer, because I know that you love the one that you have, but you could always use something better, and something about the wheel or something was going on recently, so a new horse trailer would be fun. One that could hold more horses too, so you can move them all at the same time.
If I had all the money in the world, I would buy a cabin for all of us, and I would just spend it on family time.
Anything he wants.
Well, at this point, it is kind of a selfish thing, but I'd probably buy a big ranch. nice cabin house that had plenty of room for me to come and stay. And all the tractors and stuff to work the land and corrals and all that good stuff. So, but that'd be selfish because I want to come use the land too. That's probably what I'd do if I had tons of money.
Well, it's a really hard choice because he's really content with what he has. So you don't ever really hear him say, "I want this, I want that." But if I were to give him one thing, I think I would probably expand his house. I know they don't have all the room they wish they would have had for inviting family over, so I think maybe that.
If I had $1 million, I would buy Papa a beautiful red Duramax pickup. So good job, Michael.
And if you had all the money in the world, what would you give to Papa for Father's Day?
I would give money to Papa.
Money to Papa.
If I could get Papa anything for $1 million, I would get him a horse for every grandkid.
Yeah, I think if I had an endless, if money wasn't an object, what I'd probably get for you would be really crazy, like $200,000 classical guitar. Because I know you like guitars and stuff like that. I'd probably have some like crazy leather stuff on it. You know, something with really, really nice acoustics and all that. Really beautiful instrument. And you know, it'd mostly be for you, but it'd also be kind of cool to like take a look at it myself before I handed it off to you and hear you play it. You have you teach me some stuff on that, but yeah, I appreciate having you around. I feel like mentally you kind of connect very well, and I like just sitting down and talking to you when I can.
If I could buy you anything, I wish that I could send you, and I wish Mom wasn't afraid of planes, but I wish that I could send you guys back to your mission in Mexico, and that you could meet with some of the people that you interacted with down there, and that they could see you and get to spend time with you.
First of all, money can't buy love or happiness, so I would give him a very heartfelt hug, along with a check that had $16 trillion.
If I had all the money in the world, I would buy you a new truck or whatever car you wanted, and probably give you a lot of money so you could buy or build a cabin or a house or something like that.
And if I had all the money in the world, I would give him that, so he would never have to worry about money, I guess.
Nice.
And that's something you don't have to think about. That'd be a great thing.
I have a pencil machine. And when I'm scared, I give him candy, and I'll buy him bubble gum. And I'll buy him a flashlight that looks just like Dad's. And that's what I'll buy Papa.
If I had all the money in the world, I think I would buy you a just a little bit of a bigger space and cabin up there where you guys love, by the lake, and a great little place that well, you guys already have a great place. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Those are the kinds of things that you do that you make everything just amazing. But a little bit of a bigger place with a running toilet, and that's all you need. It's just a toilet.
I could buy you, if I had all the money in the world and I was to buy you stuff, it would be all the old and like ancient artifacts out there from the different tribes and just like different people out there in the world, because I know you love all that historical stuff. So that's probably what I would buy you.
because Grandpa's not really a physical gift type of guy. Like, he's not, I don't know. I'd like to give him something. If I had all the money in the world, I'd give him something awesome that he'd love, but he's not a, I don't know the word. He appreciates things deeper than just their value in money. So, I don't know.
If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, I would buy you a fur coat, but not a real fur coat, that's cruel. But really, if I had $1 million, Dad, what would I get you? I'd wipe out your debt. Gas tank that's always full, buried in your yard, and endless supply of your favorite goodie.
I think I want to give him financial stability so that he could, well, I mean, he wouldn't have to work. And that way he'd be able to, buy the things he wants without worrying about his bill or worrying if he's going to lose power one day. And then he'd be able to spend more time with us, and, and he wouldn't have to worry about those things. So I think that just financial stability.
If you had all the money in the world, Wyatt, what would you buy for Papa?
If I had all the money in the world, I would buy you one of those deluxe trailers with the camper in the front, horse trailers. Yeah, with all the bells and whistles.
If you had all of the money in the world, what would you buy Papa? A hard one, right?
It is hard. What would you buy Papa? Or what would you buy him? Oh, bless you. Really?
Yeah.
What would you buy him, Landon? Okay, let me look at him and see. What would you buy Papa with all the money in the world?
What would it be?
What would it be? Really? Are you sure? But he doesn't like raisins. Okay. Well, if you're sure, we'll buy him a year's supply of raisins.
If I could buy you something, I would buy you a gun and a suit to shoot the gun, and some headphones for the gun.
Action.
Let's think. I'd give him half as much money as I have, so he can get whatever he likes, whatever he wants.
If I had all the money in the world, Dad, I would buy you that mountain. Seriously, I was thinking about this and I just thought, I want you to have your property in the Red Rock, southern Utah type area, Arizona. You love that. A cabin, 40 acres. That's what I'd buy you if I had all the money in the world.
Anything you wanted.
If I had unlimited money, I would probably found a sugar-free bakery just for you.
That one's easy. If I had all the money in the world, I wouldn't give him $1 because you can't really get anything for the guy that has everything.
I had all the money in the world, I would buy you 1,000 guitars to play.
If I had all the money in the world, I would probably buy Papa a Bobcat Toolcat with the 3-point hitch on the back, and a garden tiller with a snowblower. It's got the bucket on the front, heated air-conditioned cab. I mean, that's what I would get Papa.
A big ranch in the middle of a forest with a big lake and lots of horses.
What I could buy you, if I had all the money in the world, was probably a huge farm and 10+ horses.
And if I had $1 million, I'd give you 1,000,000 kisses. So I guess we don't need $1 million for that, do we?
Since he likes rocks, I'd buy him a glass figure the shape of a rock.
Dad. I love you.
Happy Father's Day. I love you.
So yeah, happy Father's Day. Thanks for making me possible. And yeah, happy Father's Day. Love you.
Happy Father's Day, Papa. I love you.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Papa. I love you.
Say Happy Father's Day. I love you, Papa.
Just love you, Dad. You're such a good example.
Yep.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Papa. I love you. I'm so grateful for you.
Happy Father's Day, Papa. I love you.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. I love you.
I love you. I love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Papa. Love you. Happy Father's Day, Papa. I love you.
Happy Father's Day.
Love you, Papa, and I hope that you have a wonderful Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
Say Happy Father's Day. Yay! Say I love you. Yeah. I love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Papa. I love you.
Happy Father's Day, and you're amazing. Love you.
Happy Father's Day. I love you.
Happy Father's Day, Papa.
I love you so much, Dad. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Thank you. I love you.
Happy Father's Day, Dad. Love you so much.
Say I love you, Papa.
I love you, Papa.
Happy Father's Day.
Father's Day, Papa. I love you.
Happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you.
I love you, Papa. Yep.
Happy Father's Day.
Love you, Papa.
I just love you and I'm so grateful for you. And you have a wonderful Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Grandpa.
Happy Father's Day, Papa. I love you, Papa. Have a good day.
Love you. Happy Father's Day.
Love you. Happy Father's Day.
I love you, Papa. Happy Father's Day, Papa. I love you, Papa. You're the best.
Happy Father's Day, Papa. Love you.
Papa, what a wonderful phrase. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.